All right, good evening, guys, and what is going on? Hopefully, this is working well here. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live for my live review of this week's episode of NXT UK. Unfortunately, things are going to be a little bit different for this review in some setup. As you probably can't tell, I'm actually recording this review, and I'll be doing my NXT review from my phone. Unfortunately, something's going on with Google Hangouts tonight. Not sure what exactly it is, but for some reason, every time I try to use Google Hangouts, whether it's from my Mac or my laptop, for some reason I keep getting something when I open up a Hangout saying that too many redirects, and I'm not having much luck trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I tried from my Mac and both from my Lenovo, and it's not working. So unfortunately for tonight, I'm gonna have to do both my NXT UK and my NXT reviews from here. So I'm still trying to figure out another chat from here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. Tyler's here. What's up, Tyler? Again, I don't know what's going on again with the Google Hangouts. So again, for tonight, I'm going to have to do both my NXT UK and NXT Live reviews right here from my phone. So I'm just having it set down against my laptop. I have my notes right here. But first, let's talk about, of course, NXT UK from this week. It took place in the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. Of course, this was the week we had the big rematch between Pete Dunne and Walter for the United Kingdom Championship. Overall, I gotta say it was a good show. I thought this was a strong edition of NXT UK. The ending was definitely a shocker, but I'm not 100% for it yet, and I'll explain why, of course, when we get towards the end. But here's how the show went. First, we opened up with a qualifying match. It was the fourth qualifying match for the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contenders for the United Kingdom Championship. Of course, we all know who that person who wins will be facing eventually for the United Kingdom Championship. But the final Fatal 4-Way match was Travis Banks taking on, Joseph Connors. Not a bad match. Again, I don't know. Joseph Connors again was kind of being like repeated with the whole Cassius Ohno, the whole Cassius Ohno storyline with him trying to do the whole I want to take advantage of these new guys getting the buzz and whatnot. And he hasn't really been seen for a while since. So I guess this is just an easy way to put over Travis Banks, who does pick up the victory after hitting the Kiwi Crusher on Joseph Connors to win. Which is nice to see Travis Banks get that, because he's definitely had some bad luck so far here in NXT UK. Getting a lot of injuries and whatnot, and always seem to come short. The guy who he loses matches, but you feel for his losses, basically, as I keep saying. But he gets the win. Afterwards, he's being interviewed, asks about his chances, and he does talk about it's been a rough ride and whatnot. And of course, everyone he's gonna be in the ring with, he's had a past with, such as Joe Coffey and Jordan Devlin. He just recently feuded with. He feuded with him for they didn't have the match in the end, but they were having a feud back whenever NXT UK Takeover Blackpool happened. And he also says that Dave Mastiff is pretty big. But he says he believes that he can become the new number one contender for the United Kingdom champion. Which hopefully we'll see what happens. Of course, as now the Fatal 4, which I think is going to be in next week or the fall. No, I think it's in 2 weeks. I think it is probably 2 weeks. I'm not 100% sure. Or next week. Can't remember for sure. But it will be a Fatal 4-Way. Next week's main event was already announced. So I guess maybe in 2 weeks it is. Next, we're going to see Joe Coffey, Jordan Devlin, Dave Mastiff, and Travis Banks fight in a Fatal 4-Way. And again, the winner will face the winner of tonight's main event for the United Kingdom Championship at some point. Backstage, we see Nina Samuels talking about Toni Storm, saying that Toni was an easy victim to manipulate, that it was easy to get a title match, and Storm was the newest cast member of the Nina Samuels show. But since Storm lost all control and talked all of congratulating her fans that had sent her basically as well. But says her crown achievement would be when she becomes the NXT UK Women's Champion the next time they meet, which will be next week. So that, of course, that match is taking place next week in our main event. It'll be Toni Storm versus Nina Samuels for the UK Women's title. So we'll see how that goes. We also, of course, get a another hype video for tonight's main event. Then we also look back 2 months ago, a very brutal but gruesome match that I thought was very good between Mark Andrews and Noam Dar. Of course, Noam Dar had returned to NXT UK around a couple weeks beforehand. It had returned full time, and then he seemingly turned heel. But then, of course, he had this match with Mark Andrews, and then ever since he came back, he's been in action twice, and he's still kind of went to being a babyface. But things were a little different here, as there was, of course, the rematch. Save those best and worst for Friday for sure when we do that stream topic. Thank you for your comments in the live chat, though, my friend. But we have the rematch between Noam Dar and Mark Andrews. Wasn't as long of a match. It's only about maybe like a 5-minute match or something like that. But things took quite an interesting turn because towards the end of the match, Noam Dar looked like his knee gave out. The injured knee that he has, that of course he got surgery on for a torn meniscus. That kept him out for I think 7 months last year, and then he kind of got like a bad bruise on it. After that match, him and Andrews had again a really good match they had back in February. What if AJ on SmackDown, Roman stays on Raw? They could do that again if they wanted to. So it looked like Noam Dar is hurt, and it seemed like Dar and Andrews had a little bit of mutual respect for each other there. And then of course Andrews kind of shook Dar's hand, thinking, okay, you're still not good to go, so we're good here. But then as Andrews turns away, Dar gets up and proves that it was just a fake all along, and he attacks Mark Andrews from behind, and then he hits him with the Nova Roller to get the victory. And then of course Noam Dar's going to do the whole fishing rod thing and whatnot for a second. So it looks like Noam Dar's going back to being a heel again. I don't know if that hit, because he was briefly a face when he was on 205 Live, and since he had returned, the first time we had seen him, of course, since that injury. And yes, Tyler, I'm going to do that stream on Friday. Tomorrow is going to be not going to work for me because I have plans tomorrow night. But then we'll be backstage. So I guess Noam Dar is a heel again. I'm not sure if this thing with him and Mark Andrews is done yet, so we'll wait and see. But we'll see what's in store for Noam Dar on NXT UK. As he's going to continue being a heel on NXT UK, so we'll see what happens. We then have the Grizzled Young Veterans being interviewed. Gibson said he was sure every Scottish indie wrestler wanted a title match, but they don't make the matches, and neither do the fans. They defend the titles whenever they feel like it. And then, of course, we see Rhea Ripley then come out for an in-ring promo, saying that she knows how everyone wants to see her in action, but tonight, not going to happen. But Piper Niven is supposedly a big deal in Scotland. But to her, Niven is just a wannabe superstar that reeks of fear. Niven steps into the ring with her, nightmares will become reality. Basically saying that, that she thinks Piper Niven just wants to be more like her, basically, and maybe Goldberg will be on Raw on Monday. Tyler, I'm sure at some point he will be, unless he doesn't appear, which would be stupid. I have for their main event for a pay-per-view that I'm going to watch, but yeah. So I guess again that match has got to be coming soon with Rhea Ripley and Piper Niven. I think Piper Niven's had enough squash matches to finally have the match with Rhea, but we'll see. Cassius Ohno was backstage, takes a cameraman to meet up with Johnny Saint and Sid Scala. He called Scala Sid Justice and Savvy Sid, but he wants, of course, to talk to him. He says that last week he was promised to talk to him for an opportunity. But then Scala said, announced that next week Ohno's going to take on Gentleman Jack Gallagher, which Ohno seemed pretty happy about. So next week, one of our matches will be Cassius Ohno and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. And of course, we then announced for our main event for next week, which is the United Kingdom Women's Championship match. And then, of course, we get our main event, the big rematch between Walter and Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. I'll say I liked the first match better than this. This is still a good match. But what I liked, though, is that, obviously these two came out and showed that, they both knew each other very well. and we're very prepared for one another, if you know what I'm saying. Like, like Pete Dunne seemed a little more alert of seemed a little more alert of what Walter can do and his capabilities, and trying to outsmart him, while Walter came out, of course, with tape all over his hand, because he knows that's Dunn's bread and butter. So that both these guys did their homework for this rematch, basically. And it was still a pretty good, back and forth physical match between these two of them. But again, I personally still like the first match a little bit better. But of course, it looked like there was a chance that Pete Dunne was going to dethrone Walter towards the end. Whenever he hit the bitter end on Walter, and then he locked him in a triangle, he turned around and he went to snap Walter's fingers, which he did. And then he had his fingers, bent back in the submission, looking like he's ready to tap out. But out came Fabian Eichner. He put Walter's foot on the ropes. And, of course, as the referee was yelling at Eichner, Marcel Barthel came from behind and decked Dunne with the United Kingdom Championship belt. And then Walter turns around, hits Dunne with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Walter wins, and afterwards, the European Union's Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel get in the ring, and they both stand next to each other and pose the same way, and that's just the show. So it seems that there's a little bit of a stable here formed with Walter and European Union's Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel, which I find interesting for sure, because I do like the team of Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner for sure. The only problem I have with this is, why are we creating another stable here if we already have one with Gallus? Like, what direction does Gallus have at this point? If they're one of the first, more well-established heel stables, so why are we adding another one? And even if Walter seems to be for sure a heel now, the whole tag team on the main roster is bad. I wouldn't say all of it, but there seems like a lot of it on Raw and some on SmackDown. But I don't know. I don't see Walter as I want to view Walter as the British Brock Lesnar, basically. Like what Brock Lesnar should be, was probably years ago, except Walter's that person now. So I does Walter really need a stable though? That's my thing. I mean, we'll see where it goes for these guys again. Maybe it could raise Eichner and Barthel up the ladder again, because I really do like them as a team. But once again, why is we doing our heel stable at NXT UK when we already have Gallus? So we'll have to wait and see. Of course, that time comes there. But let's check. We try to miss anything else in the live chat. I saw most of your comments there, Tyler. But let's see here. Sorry, my big finger's in the way. I think I got basically everything you said. But I'll be back up here in a couple more minutes, though, guys, to do my NXT live review. Again, I do apologize. I know I'm going to have to do these from my phone tonight because of, because for some reason Google Hangouts is acting up. And hopefully I'll get it figured out by Friday. If not, then I'll have to do my top 10 stream from my phone also as well. So until then, I guess my phone is going to be used as a doing my live streams. But thank you guys for tuning in. Well, thank you, Tyler, and everybody else who's joined watching this review live. Again, I'll give it a B+. I was gonna give it an A-, but again, I want to see where the stable goes with Walter, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel. But what grade would you guys give NXT UK? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And there's always a slap a like on my video, subscribe or comment on my channel, follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. Also check out my WrestleMania Experience documentary, which we found down in the description box down below after I, of course, updated, because I can't post everything from my phone. But yeah, until then, guys, I'll see you guys all later. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, actually, my NXT review.